Welcome to Shanti Peace for Mathematics. In this video, we are extending the concept of partial derivative to more general notation of the directional derivative. We have seen that the partial derivatives of a function gives the instantaneous rate of change of a function in the direction parallel to coordinate axis. That means if you want to calculate del f by del x, this will gives you instantaneous rate of change of f in the direction of x. We can have this is your x axis, y axis and z axis, and if you have the surface is here, and if your point, if this is your x axis and y axis and this will be your z axis, and if your point x0 y0 it's here, then in the x direction, that is in this direction, if you want to find out what is the rate of change of this function, that you can calculate by del f by del x. That, and if you want to find out the rate of change of this function in y direction, instantaneous rate of change, then you will have this y direction. So this is the angle is 90 degree, and so you will have this y direction plane. You will have the directional derivatives is allow us to compute the rate of change of a function with respect to the distance in any direction. So why it is parallel to x axis and parallel to y axis only we can compute by any direction towards this point, and we can compute what is instantaneous rate of change of function in that direction. So that is the idea behind to develop the concept of directional derivative. So let us study concept of partial derivatives once again, geometrical interpretation of this partial derivatives. Then we go for the definition of the directional derivative, and then we'll discuss the geometrical interpretation of directional derivative. So as we have seen in my previous one of the video, there we have shown that what is the geometrical interpretation of partial derivative with respect to x and y. So here I have plotted this function z is equal to x square minus y square that represent the surface like this, and you can see that this is the surface. In the direction of x axis, if I plot this plane, then it will be the cross section is like this, and you will have the curve intersecting curve with this plane, and this surface is this black curve which we have here. The geometrical interpretation of this partial derivative with respect to x gives you instantaneous rate of change of z in x direction. Same way, if you can see that with the y direction, then you will have in the y direction you will have that plane, and you will have the intersection with the surface and this plane, that is this curve. If you want to find out the rate of change of z in y direction, then you have to calculate del z by del y. Now this idea we have already talked in our one of the previous video. Now what is the directional derivative is why we are allowing only the x direction and the y direction. Why not we are allowing in any direction move to that point 0 0. Here I have given an example. So instead of this x direction and y direction, you can allow with any direction to approaching into this point 0 0. So if you are traveling at for example from pi by 4 angle, then you are moving to this direction. So can we have a rate of change of a function with respect to the direction theta is equal to pi by 4 or in the direction of 1 comma 1? So these are the questions. So the solution to that question is to study about the directional derivative. So let us study about its definition of directional derivatives and what is the meaning of the directional derivative. So as we have talked about the partial derivatives with respect to x, so now suppose that we wish to compute the instantaneous rate of change of a function f of xy with respect to the distance from the point x0, y0 in some direction. So there are so many directions from x0, y0 is possible, because there is a point x0, y0, and as I have discussed that, there are so many directions are possible to reach up to this point. So it is convenient the method of describing the specified direction starting at x0, y0. So I am starting at x0, y0. I am taking one of the directions and call it as u bar. And this u bar is of u1i plus u2j. Its coordinates are u1 and u2. And this vector as the initial point at x0, y0 that we are fixing. And this vector determined in xy plane, and I will call that as line L. So if I redraw this figure here, then it will be your xy and z axis, and if there is a point x0, y0 here, then there is one vector u I am considering whose initial point is x0, y0, and the vector is u bar, and that u bar is u1 plus I u2j. Yes, that is the condition that we are taking. And this line, whatever the line I have get, that line I am calling as L, and with this line is in xy plane. So what is the parametric equation of this line we'll have? As you know that it's passing through the point x0, y0, it is the initial point, and u1 and u2 are in the direction, or it's called the direction of that line. So we can say that it is x is equal to x0 plus su1 and y equal to y0 plus su2. That are the parametric representation of this line L. And we are taking this u as a unit vector. U bar is a unit vector that we are taking. And here what is s? S is the length parameter. So s is the length parameter. If s is 0, then the point xy is referred to x0, y0. And if s increase, the point move along the line in u direction. On this line, as this x and y, if you are increasing this s, and along this line there is a point is moving, so according to that, if there is a surface here, then on the surface also that point is moving. So that moving point I have, it is f of x0 plus su1, y0 plus su2. So now your z is a function of s, I can say. I can talk about the derivative of z with respect to s. At point s is equal to 0, it gives the instantaneous rate of change of f of xy with respect to the distance from x0, y0 in the direction of. So what is this represent is actually represent the an instantaneous rate of change of f of xy with respect to distance from x0, y0 in direction of u. So that is the meaning, or geometrically the explanation of the directional derivative is there. Now how you can represent this is by definition. So as per the definition, what is this quantity? It is del z by del s is there, and z is where is this thing. So if you want to say that if your f is a function of two variable x and y, and if you have given the direction u bar, that is u1i plus u2j, which is a unit vector I am taking, then the directional derivative of f in the direction of x0, y0 is this, actually this value that we have, and it is denoted by du bar f of x0, y0, that is at the point x0, y0, and this is the notation. So this du bar f x0, y0 by definition, as we have talked, it is del z by del s at point s is equal to 0. So that is d by ds f of x0 plus s u1 y0 plus s u2 at point, whatever the answer you will have, that is at point s is equal to 0. So by definition in terms of limit, we can write as limit s tends to 0. The denominator you will have s because it is s minus 0, and this is f of x0 s u1 comma y0 s u2 minus x0 y0, because as at x is equal to 0 we have to calculate this. So this is the formula to compute the directional derivative of f at point x0 y0 in the direction of q bar, provided this limit is exist. If this limit does not exist, we cannot talk about directional derivative. So geometrically, what is this directional derivatives represent? It can be interpreted as a slope of a surface z is equal to f of xy in the direction of u bar at the point x0 y0 f of x0 y0. So geometrically, what is represent? I'm repeating again. It's the slope of the surface z is equal to f of xy in the direction of u bar at point x0 y0 f of x0 y0. And usually this directional derivative depends on both the point, that is x0 y0 and what direction you will have. That's why it is both this quantity is there. Thus what at fixed point a slope of a surface may be vary with the direction, and analytically the directional derivative represents the instantaneous rate of change of f of xy with respect to the distance in the direction of u bar at point x0 y0. Let us see this situation geometrically. So here I have plotted the surface f of xy as 1 by 2 x square minus y square, and the surfaces look like this. You can see that here at this point, that is the 0 0 point, I am plotting a directional derivative, and this arrow red one is the nothing but the denote the in which direction we are plotting the directional derivative, or a plane parallel to that and intersecting curve. So it is actually a slope of a surface in the direction of whatever the vector it is in this direction. So first I will show you a plane. So that is the intersecting plane you will have, that you will have here at the point 0 0 that I'm plotting. This is at the point 0 0. So this point black one is a 0 0, its reflection on xy plane it is this, and this is the intersecting curve between the surface and the plane you will have, and the slope of this curve is actually a directional derivative of f of xy at point 0 0 in the direction of u bar, that is in the direction of this. Now I'm changing this direction, so according to that you can see that the slope is also changing and the curve is also changing. So that's why the directional derivative is depends on the point as well as in which direction you are talking about. So that is the geometrically interpretation of, and here also in the by side I have computed what is the directional derivative and how it is computed, that we will learn later on, but in this video. So and here you can just see that here the directional derivative at point 0 0 it is gives you 0. This is the show you the partial derivative, that is a slope of the surface in the direction of x axis, that is a coordinate axis, and y axis, that is fx and fy, that we have here, and this is the vector u in which direction right now the curve is. So if I changing this u according to that, you can just see that directional derivatives is also changing. Okay, so if I now change this slant also, that is instead of point 0 0, I'm just changing at another point. You can just see that this point is moving according to this point is moving to this, and also in that similar manner this is also moving. If I'm moving this point along that curve only, then the directional derivative is changing. And if I trying to move that points from there, then in that direction also, in that moving point also, you will able to find out what is the slope of the surface in that direction. So that is the geometrically the directional derivative represent. So now let's go back to the pen and whiteboard and let us compute for some function the directional derivatives. So as we have discussed that the geometrically the directional derivative of f in the direction of u bar at the point x0 y0 represent the slope of the surface in the direction of u bar at the point x0 y0 f of x0 y0. And in the analytical it says that it is instantaneous rate of change of f of xy with respect to the distance in the direction of u bar at the point x0 y0. So with this two interpretation of this directional derivative, let us solve some examples here. Let you consider the function f of xy is equal to x into y. Find and interpret it df of 1 2, that is the directional derivative of f at point 1 2 in the direction of u bar for unit vector u bar equal to root 3 by 2I plus 1 by 2j. So as per the definition, what is the definition says that it is del u bar f of 1 by 2, that is d by ds of f of x0 plus s u1 y0 plus s u2 at point s is equal to 0. So that is the definition of the directional derivative. But what is the x0 y0 is here? The x0 y0 is given as 1 2. So this is d by ds of f of 1 plus s u1 y0 s u2. Let us substitute the value of u1 and u2 also. So that will gives you d by ds of f of 1 plus s into root 3 by 2, that is u1, because the u bar is given as root 3 by 2I plus 1 by 2j. So according to that, u1 is root 3 by 2 and u2 is 1 by 2 at point s is equal to 0. What is given is f of xy is x into y. So according to that, this is d by ds of, this is your x and this is your y. Here y0 I have written, but it is actually 2, so this has to be 2, please correct it. And so this is nothing but the x into y, so this is 1 plus s root 3 by 2 into 2 plus s into 1 by 2 at s is equal to 0. So now we just find out what is the derivative of that. So for that you can apply product rule, or you just multiply these two brackets and then apply the derivative. So I'm just first multiplying these two brackets. So it is 1 into 2, it is 2. This is 1 into s by 2, so it is s by 2, then it is 2 into s by 2, so it is root 3s plus s square root 3 by 4. Whatever the answer is come, you have to substitute s is equal to 0 there. So this will gives you by taking the derivative, we'll have 0 plus 1 by 2 plus root 3 plus 2s root 3 by 4 at point s is equal to 0. So finally you will have 1 by 2 plus root 3. So you will have directional derivative of f at point 1 by 2 in the direction of u bar is 1 by 2 plus root 3. Now what is the interpretation? What is the conclusion is we move a small distance from the point 1 by 2 in the direction of u bar. The function f of xy is equal to x into y will increase by about this much value, whatever the answer for that. So root 3, this is 0.5 and root 3 I can calculate as 1.73. So this will gives you 2.23. So I can say that it is increased by about 2.23. So if there is a surface and here in xy plane this is the point 1, 2. So if you move along this in the direction of u bar, so that's in that direction. If you move along that one, according to that your point, the image of this point here, it will move or increase by 2 plus 23 point on that in that direction. So that is the way you can represent a directional derivative. Let's have the another example. Define f from r square to r as f of xy is equal to xy square upon x square plus y raised to 4 if xy is non-zero and 0 if xy is 0, 0. The question is find the directional derivative of f at point 0, 0 in the direction of u bar where u bar is 1 by root 2 comma 1 by root 2. So by definition, what is this quantity directional derivative of f at point 0, 0 in the direction of u bar? It is, if you apply this as a limit definition, limit s tends to 0, f of x0 plus s u1 y0 plus s u2 minus f of x0 y0 upon s. So that is limit s tends to 0. If I have x0 y0 as 0, 0, u bar is this, so I'm just substituting that value here. So it is 0 plus s by root 2, 0 plus s by root 2 minus f of 0, 0 upon s. So that will gives you limit s tends to 0. This is nothing but the f of s by root 2, s by root 2. As per the definition of f of xy, it is x power, it is x into y square upon x square y raised to 4. That is the value of f of xy. So it is s by root 2 into s by root 2 whole square upon s by root 2 square plus s by root 2 whole power 4 minus f of 0, 0 is 0 is given upon s. So this can be simplified as limit s tends to 0. You just notice that this s is cancelled with this s, and so in the numerator you will have s square upon this will be gives you 2 into root 2, and from these two terms you can common out s square. Inside bracket you will have 1 upon 2 plus s square upon root 2 power 4, that will gives me 4, and this s square will get cancelled out. So this is gives me, and if you apply the limit then this will gives me 2 into root 2 1 by root 2 plus 0. So finally you will have 1 by root 2 answer. So that is the directional derivative of 1 by root 2. So you can interpret this also by yourself as you are moving in the from 0 0 in the direction of u bar, that is 1 by root 2 1 by root 2, your function f is moving increasing by this much. So that is the way you can represent. One of the theorem we can write here, that if your function f is differentiable at point x0 y0, and if u bar is a unit vector which having this components is a unit vector, then the directional derivative of f at point x0 y0 in the direction of u bar is exist and is given by f bar f at x0 y0, fx at x0 y0, u1 plus fy at x0 y0 at u2. That you can find out what is the proof of this theorem, but using the first order partial derivatives we can compute the directional derivatives. So that is the objective of this problem. Proof is we are not discussing here, but let us solve the examples based on this. So question is to find the du bar f at point -2, 0, where u bar is given is the direction of unit vector that makes an angle pi by 3 with positive x-axis, where the function is given as e power xy. So we will calculate this directional derivative using this method. That is, first of all I need what is fx and what is fy at point -2, 0. So what is fx at xy? According to the definition, e power xy is as it is into derivative of xy with respect to x is y. And what is fy at xy? As in the same manner, e power xy into x. And fx at -2, 0 will gives you 0, and fy at -2, 0 will gives you 2 into e raised to 0, so it is -2. Now what is u bar is given? U bar is says that u bar is the direction of unit vector makes the angle pi by 3 with the positive, making the angle pi by 3 with positive x-axis. So this is x-axis if you consider, and this is your vector u bar. Vector is given. Let's make the angle theta is equal to pi by 3 with the positive x-axis. So this vector I can rewrite as cos pi by 3 plus I plus sine pi by 3j. So that is the coordinate of this vector, because if you convert this xy vector in terms of polar coordinates, it is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, but r is 1 because it is a unit vector, so that's why it is cos theta comma sin theta. So this will gives me 1 by 2i plus root 3 by 2j. That is the unit vector you have. Now the question is to calculate what is directional derivative of f at point x0, y0 in the direction of u bar. So by definition it is fx at x0, y0 u1 plus fy at x0, y0 u2. Fx at x0, y0 we have calculated, that is 0 into 1 by 2 plus fy at x0, y0 is minus 2 into root 3 by 2. So it is minus root 3 is there, so it is minus 1.73 you will have. So what is the interpretation of this? We can say that if your curve is if you are moving along the direction of u bar, that is this at this point minus 2, 0, then your function is decreased by this quantity minus, it's decreased by 1.73. With this, I may request you to solve some of the example given in my lecture notes. So let us recall what we did in this lecture. We have discussed about the directional derivative of a function f at some point in the direction of u bar. What is geometrical? It represents that slope of a surface z is equal to f of xy in the direction of u bar at point x0, y0, and analytically the directional derivative represents the instantaneous rate of change of f of xy with the respect to the distance in the direction of u bar at point x0, y0. We have solved certain examples of a directional derivative in three ways. The one of by this d by ds of f of x0 plus s u1 y0 plus s u2 at point s is equal to 0. Another way is limit s tends to 0 f of x0 plus s u1 y0 plus s u2 minus f of x0 y0 upon s. And third one is the fx at x0 y0 into u1 plus fy at x0 y0 into u2. This I can apply only if f is differentiable, otherwise I cannot apply this one. This two I can apply for any function. So that's both the definition of directional derivative of f at point x0, y0 in the direction of u bar. So with this I am stopping here. If you like this video, please press the like button. If you have any comment, suggestion and a question, please drop down in a comment box below. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye, sayonara.